Hello and Energy On. Welcome to the Energy On Show, that channel where everything revolves around your energy. I'm Dr. Cornelia Kavan, and here I'm sharing my best practices and a lot of powerful energy hacks with which you can increase your energy and raise your vibration, so that you really can have all the energy you need to do what you want to do, right? And that's what it is all about. And in today's episode, I would like to take you a little bit behind the scenes and take you in my 4-month mastermind. And which is all about your personal energy and how you can manage and work with it and increase it and have it at hand whenever you need. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to take you actually into yesterday's session we had, and that was really very, very special because we had also a guest speaker, a friend of mine, Imona Fluder, and she is kind of the queen of creativity, and she's definitely going to be on one of my next episodes, so you will learn more about it. But it was about something differently, and Imona just helped us or guided us through a very cool process. She will probably share in her episode. But so one of my participants of the mastermind, she asked a very interesting question, and she said, how can I be mentally ready for my new job? And I thought, wow, what a powerful question. So we really kind of looked into it, and so first things, we of course talked also about physical energy, so how she could get kind of physically ready, about like taking long walks in nature and to relax, and also that she tries out things she always wanted to do but never ever had the time to. She really enjoys, and they give her energy. And also kind of meditate. So there are many things you can do, to get ready on a physical level if you have some time to prepare. And of course, then you can also, do it like go on LinkedIn and check out your new colleagues or your boss, and what's the person behind it, what do they like. So you kind of get the vibes of the new company. But that was actually not her question. Her question was, how can I be mentally ready for my new job? And so we came up with 8 very interesting tips, which I would like to share with you here. And so maybe now you think, I'm not applying for a new job, or I'm not going to a new job. Wait a minute before you switch off. You can use these tips also, if you're already or at the moment in a job that, you're not, let's put it this way, fully satisfied. Because, you can apply them as well. And so listen to these 8 tips, and then I show you afterwards how you can apply them also in this situation. Well, is this something you would be interested in? Okay, then stay tuned. So what are these 8 tips? So let's start with tip number 1. And I think this is a really important tip because, speaking of me, but I know there are a lot of women in the same situation, most of the time we forget about it. Maybe it's more a woman thing, but maybe also some men. And this is, look back and and congratulate yourself what you already have achieved so far, because most of the time it's just our normal that we did all these wonderful and exciting things, and that really also made an impact and changed a lot of things. So it's good that you yeah, kind of look back on your own achievement, because yeah, it gives you kind of more confidence, and it shows you also you have gone already through so many things. You have found solutions for so many in so many situations, um, solved that many problems. You did it. You know how to do it. And yes, starting a new job is a challenge. I fully agree. Most of the time it's something, because it's this unknown that kind of scares us, and yeah, makes us feel not so comfortable with this new situation, because we don't know what to expect, how it's gonna be. But you managed it all. You managed even more. So you're gonna make it. This is kind of a really important aspect you always need to keep in mind. You can do it. And number two, the second tip we came up with was that, why did you apply for the first to this job for the first place? What motivated you to apply for this job? And there are probably different reasons. Only you can answer yourself here, but there was something behind. Maybe it was the outcome, or what the company is doing, what you wanted to achieve there, how you know that your expertise is very valued and you can make a difference there. So look into what are you gonna bring into this new position, to this new company, and what impact it's gonna have on the company. Because you definitely have so much to give, so much to share, and you have so much expertise. And just, be aware of it. There is something you're bringing in there, and they are really grateful that you're coming. And then, the third tip is, in a way, that most of the time, there is something that is holding us back. You were already very brave that you applied for the new position, that you got this new position. Wow, congratulations! But still, something is holding you back, and most of the time there is a fear behind it. And so, in a way, energy work is all about not working on the symptoms, but it's always to find out, what is holding you back? Why is there fear? Where is it coming from? So that you really kind of also, sit time, take a moment, and connect, what's behind there. Look at, a level deeper. And that may be scary, but actually it's not. Because whatever you find out, and whenever or you're aware, you can solve it, because that you can deal with it. But this not being aware and this unknown, that is something, then we can't do anything about it. That's why it's so important that you really kind of look deeper. If you feel fear, or you feel uncomfortable or insecure, find out why. And the fourth tip is, one of these whys can also be your belief system. And there are so many beliefs stored in our system that are not supporting us. Of course, there are also many that are kind of pushing us and going forward, but there are also a lot of them holding us back. I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't deliver. Now I forgot all these negative beliefs I wanted to share with you. But you know what I'm talking about, right? So there are plenty of I can't make it. I'm not smart enough, I can't fulfill their expectations or whatever. There are tons of beliefs. So it's good that you figure out what are your beliefs that are limiting yourself, that you really thrive and go there open-hearted and full of confidence. And you can easily do that with the standing method. Lots of videos where I explain how it works. So you can always check, I'm not good enough. So my body is tilting backwards because I have been working for a very long time on this belief, so I don't have it anymore. Still other beliefs I need to look into. I hope they show up. And for every belief, be grateful that you detected it and that you could let it go. There are lots of out there you can still work on. So be proud of you that there's one limiting belief less you need to carry around in your life. Well done. And the fifth tip we came up with, that's actually one of my favorite ones, and it's far too little used, and I always have to remind myself to use it, but it's so powerful. And this is, I love it, is energetic communication. So what's that? And then, actually it's so easy because, as you know, we are all energy beings and we are all connected via the quantum field. So you can connect with anybody energetically and have an energetic communication. So why not use this skill and possibility to connect energetically with your new boss? And then you just sit down and connect energetically with the energy of your new boss, and then you kind of have a communication. Imagine that this your new boss is sitting next to you and you're just talking, and you will be surprised how honest and candid answers you are getting. And then you're really prepared because you know what your boss is expecting from you, what he or she wants from you, and so you know it in advance, and you can prepare yourself, and then you walk in there with much more confidence. Excellent, right? And so I think we had 5, so then tip number 6 is, there is a book, The 91st Days, or something like this, and if you don't have time to read this book, I've learned, and that's probably a time saver. So if you're for shortcuts as I am, I love shortcuts, I have to admit. Then you just can, look up on YouTube, and there are a couple of summaries of the book where you really kind of find the main points, and then you just watch those videos and take out what you think is important for you. Cool time saver, but still helps you in your preparation. So what's tip number 7? Tip number 7 is, now with a new job, your daily routine and also your days may look differently. Maybe because your home office, you have more or less home office days, they're at different days. You need to commute further or less. So, think ahead how you're gonna structure your new days. If the commute is longer, plan ahead what you wanna do during your commute. Do you want to do something for yourself? Do you wanna prepare for the work? Or it's just good to know, and so you're not kind of caught during the first day, and so you don't know how you're gonna spend an hour on the train or whatever because you forgot your book, just in case. Of course, you always have your mobile with you, right? So there's always a solution. But in any case, it's good to be aware, these will be my days, and how you structure them. And also don't forget to include into this structure time for yourself or things for your family, and how you organize that. So so that you really kind of have the feeling on your first day, everything is set, everything is organized, and your head is free and your mind is free, and you can really kind of plunge into your new job. Cool, right? So let's we're coming to the 8th tip, and this is kind of a long-term tip that you also think about, what do you want to achieve at this new job or in this new company with this new job, in short term, but also in long term. What are your personal goals, where they hired you for some reason? Do you already have kind of a strategy? What's the new thing or a different thing you want to implement or make sure? Of course, you always check the actual situation, how the people are, not all of the sudden, but that you already kind of have an idea which direction your journey is gonna go in this company. And then also think about, how can you contribute to the company goals in general? And, how can your company improve, or make an impact on the social or society as it is right now. So it's kind of more these long-term goals that you also think about those. So, sorry, just got a call, but now I'm here with you. And so to wrap the whole thing up, as I said, these are kind of 8 very powerful tips how you can get mentally ready for your new job, to really prepare yourself. But you can also use it, as I already mentioned at the beginning, you can use it already when you're not so satisfied with your actual job. So how can you use these 8 tips? In a way, you can go through all these 8 tips just from your actual situation, and then kind of think, how can you change, what can you do differently? So you can't change other people, you can't change the system. The only person or the only thing you can change, or you're not a thing, but the only person you can change is you. So why not start with yourself, right? So if you're not satisfied, then figure out why you're not satisfied. And then, you can do like this. And then you can look into your beliefs, into your value system. What is holding you back to either apply for a new job or change the actual situation? And how can you restructure your days? Can you make make an education on top of that brings in a different position within your company? You can also think, what can you contribute to within your company, or to make your company look better from outside, and you will see, even if you start this thinking process and applying these 8 tips just to your current position, you're shifting your energy. And if you shift your energy, you definitely always change the energy of your environment, of the people, of your colleagues, of other people in the company. Just try it out, and don't wait that things change for you or somebody else decides for you. Just be in the driver's seat. If you are not satisfied with your current job, you not always need to leave, right? Try, if you can make with your changing things in your life, if they have an impact on how your job is perceived, how you perceive your job self, you can always kind of change it, adapt it. And I remember, there are like 2 or 3 jobs I created by myself, that they didn't exist before. I just came up with a topic nobody had on the radar. And then I proposed it to my boss, and he said, yes, actually you're right. Look more closely into it. And I did that for I can't remember, for my actual position right now. It didn't exist when I started in my company. So I pointed it out. Houston, here's a problem. We need to look into that. And nobody, was aware of it. So I got the task to it was of course on top on my side, but I could manage or shift a little bit my task. And I got really kind of the expert in this topic. So then it grew so important that it was decided to set up a section who needs to or a department who needs to deal with this new task. And then I could apply for the job, and everybody knew I was working on it already for some time. I was the expert internally. So, you know, it's always in your hands. You can change things. Just, you know, watch out for opportunities or even create them on your own. I would really love to hear if you worked with these 8 tips. What are your learnings about it? Please share. I would love to hear. So, wish you all the best, and talk to you in 2 weeks. Energy on!